since December 2018. Her father has been sleeping with her. How a father will put his mouth in her mouth? This man slept with me throughout the whole day.
This video will make you cry. It's the story of a 16-year-old girl who the father has been constantly sleeping with and doing all manner of things with her that is unacceptable in Africa. Watch as the mother and the 16-year-old girl narrate the sad story and see the role her grandmother played and tell me whether the grandmother is evil or not.
Well, the story is it's heartbreaking.
Start with your own story.
Yes,
how
sir.
you were intimidated by everything, how you came to Nigeria, how the matter went to court, how after listening to your own story and what you're going to say on behalf of your 14-year-old daughter, 16 years old daughter.
Yes, sir.
We will now hear from the 16-year-old daughter. Since when did the matter start?
Thank you, Ordinary President, for this platform. 16 years ago, back in Cameroon, I was a 20-year-old naive girl, and I met this young, vibrant Nigerian man by name Samson Zanunga Williams in June of 2003. And I had just lost my father that month. He came into my life and he was 12 years older than me, so I thought I had met a messiah, someone to wipe my tears away, because he was promising marriage. And as naive as I was, not understanding the intricacies of man and woman relationship, I fell for that, and before I knew it, I was pregnant. We never had the marriage. I gave birth to a beautiful daughter, and he returned to Nigeria. I also like to mention that he has relatives back in my country, Cameroon. He has an aunt who is a powerful lady in government in my country. When my daughter turned 3, he started threatening me that he wants to take her away. In fact, he started when she was 1 year, 3 months, and I told him, I cannot give you this baby. She's too small. You don't want to marry me anymore, it's not a problem, but just let me be with my daughter. So he continued asking for the baby, and I refused to give him. When she turned 3, he told me, you know who my aunt is. We'll use power, we'll use people from the other world.
What be the name of that aunt, and which office did they occupy for Cameroon?
His aunt's name is Professor Dorothy Limunga Njoma Efange. She's currently one of the top people in charge of elections, Cameroon, Elecam, the board in charge of elections in my country.
Okay, like our INEC here.
Yes.
Okay.
At the moment. So,
what be her relationship with him? Where they use her name, they think you?
Okay. She is his aunt. That is the sister to his father. His father is from Cameroon. He came to Nigeria, joined the military, served, married, died, and was buried here. So he naturalized.
Okay, the father.
His father naturalized.
Cameroonian.
Yes.
Welcome Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Come join our army.
Yes, sir.
He served.
Yes,
he
sir.
died. When I see that thing where they talk, foreigner come, they make him soldier for Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
He died. So continue.
So he went back in search of his father's people. So he used the aunt's name to threaten me with and said, you know who my aunt is, we have power, we have money, we have what you don't have. We can take this girl away from you to Nigeria and you will never find her. So if I were you, I would just willingly give her instead of trying to fight. My mother is a widow, I'm an orphan. We're like, we don't have anybody. How do you fight people like that? There's no need trying to make a case.
Your mother, they tell you that?
Yes, that, you know, see, we're still mourning your father that just died. We haven't yet recovered from that. And then you have a child out of wedlock. The marriage didn't happen. Now they want to take her away from you. I went to this woman's office to meet her, to book an appointment, to find out from her if what her nephew is using me with is true. But unfortunately, her secretary didn't give me the opportunity to meet this woman. So
you can tell her what her cousin be that, bro?
Her nephew.
You know, say all these cousin nephew niece. I know sabi who be my cousin, who be my niece. True to God, that thing they confuse me.
So I went to her office and her secretary didn't allow me to see her. I sat there for close to 6 hours and with my baby. Out of frustration, I walked away. Not having met her, I went back to my mom. Said, since you didn't meet her, we don't know if she's in support of this or not. In order for them not to seize this child and take to Nigeria, where do we trace her? Ask him to come and take her, so that we can have traceability of where this girl is going to.
Okay. Instead
of us fighting. I was one starting over the child, anything can happen. And she used a proverb, my late father used to always use that. A live dog is better than a dead lion. So let's let her go. She's our blood. No matter what happens, she'll come back someday. That was how I asked him to come, and we went to the Nigerian consulate in my country in Douala, and we signed papers for traceability, and he took her away when she was 3 years old.
Now, una go one place will be like Nigerian embassy for Cameroon, will be consulate.
Yes, sir.
To officially hand over the child to him.
Yes, sir.
Make he write documents, because waiting your mama they fear be say if he use boju collect the pikin.
Yes,
una
sir.
no where una do go trace am, because person will no sabi who him papa be.
Yes, sir.
We call search for him papa. Who una go ho? I don't know what I understand. And the auntie where you suppose establish where they claim say it she dey related to them. Maybe sef na far away relation, or maybe you just drop her name. I don't know whether you understand.
Yes, sir.
So continue. If it be say the woman no know anything, this time around we go link up with the woman. Maybe na time for the woman to tell police to go arrest them. Make am public. And I hear say this person where would they talk na journalist.
Yes, sir. He's
Continue.
So he took my daughter at 3, brought her to Nigeria.
Sign documents for the consulate.
Yes, sir.
He write number of your relation.
Yes,
they call them
to confirm. Yes, sir.
They confirm.
Okay,
fast forward now.
They confirmed. They gave me the sister's number, and he said there was the elder sister to whom he was going to hand over my daughter.
Waiting be the elder sister name.
I know her as Madam Magdalene.
Madam Magdalene.
She's a lecturer in University of Jos.
You're a lecturer in the University of Jos.
Plateau
Which
State.
faculty?
I don't know, but I know she teaches chemistry.
She dey teach chemistry.
Yes, sir.
Madam Magdalene.
Yes, sir.
But you don't know her surname.
No, so I don't.
Next time, if Nigerian give you name, look for the surname. It's very important. If na Nigerian, no.
Thank you, sir. So for a few years, I called the other sister, and she kept telling me that her brother and my daughter were out of Nigeria, that they're out of the country. So I called.
If they won't carry your daughter abroad, they not supposed to inform you. Continue.
So after about 3 years, I stopped calling. I was like, okay, if he's out of the country, then what's the point calling this woman that I thought my daughter was with?
And Nigerian court, I wonder why Nigerian court person give person belle, they never marry, the matter reach court, una rule in favor of the belle giver, say make them carry pikin, give belle giver. Where is the morality?
And a man wey no go sabi how to take care of pikin.
Person wey do that kind thing, you leave her with girl child. Anyway, continue.
So a few years down the line, 2012, she reached out to me that my daughter is with her. I was like, is this not the same child you said was no longer in Nigeria? Because the child had been giving them headache that she wants to see her mother.
The girl started making trouble. She begin to disrespect some of them. Una go wonder why this girl go begin to disrespect, including the grandmother, the aunties. Una go here. Continue.
To 2015, when my daughter started running away from home, that she wants her mother, it would amaze people to know that from 3 years that she was taken away, she did not forget who her mother was. She kept telling them, my mother's name is Becky. You are not my mother. I know who my mother is.
Pikin went home her mama name at the age of 3. Make we appreciate the pikin. Very intelligent pikin.
So that 2015, I came to Nigeria at my expense. I put myself together. I came to see my daughter.
Now you pay transport. Now you pay everything.
Yes, my transportation from Cameroon to Nigeria to Jos to see my daughter for the first time since she was taken away from me in 2007. I came and this lady welcomed me in her house, gave me a guest room, but she wouldn't allow me stay with my daughter one-on-one. I even want to sleep with the room with my daughter. She wouldn't allow. I sense there's something, but this child can't talk. You sense something isn't right, but the child cannot tell me. So when I came, it happened that her father, Samson Zanunga Williams, who said he was leaving me to marry another woman, hadn't gotten married. So the brother-in-law, that's the other sister's husband, suggested to me, you're not married. He's not married, and he promised you marriage. Don't you think it's about time people got married for the sake of this girl?
Good idea. Good suggestion.
I agreed to the marriage. I spent about 6 weeks in Nigeria at my expense.
Now you they pay. Now you they feed yourself.
And everything at my expense, and I still agreed to get married to this man for the sake of my daughter. If that was the only way I'll have access to raise my daughter. And I went back to Cameroon with promises that they were coming to see my people, but that never happened.
Continue.
It never happened. So my daughter finished her primary education in Jos, and then she was sent down to Jalingo, Taraba State, to be with the father for secondary education, so the father can have an impact on her life. So while there, she's in the boarding school in Jalingo, Taraba State. When she's on vacation, I get to talk with her through her grandma's phone, and it's monitored. So if anything going wrong, this girl cannot tell me. Only for me to hear October this year, when my daughter found a way to reach out to me to tell me that since December 2018, her father has been sleeping with her. He threatens to kill her if she tells anybody. Threatens he will not pay her school fees. It got so bad that my daughter drank sniper. You all know what sniper is. Drank sniper to end her life. And nobody told me. Nobody told me. Even not for the uncle's wife in Abuja, and Igbo woman married to this family. That when my daughter opened up to her, she said, if people send me back to Jalingo, she was brought to Abuja after the side attempt. She said, if you send me back to Jalingo to go back to my father, I will kill my father and I will kill myself. I don't want to go back. I refuse to go back. So this woman kept asking her, what will make you want to kill your father and yourself? Please, I beg you, tell me. One day in the middle of the night, she tapped her. She said, Auntie, if I go and die and I don't tell you, I will not forgive myself in the grave. This is the reason. Since 2018, this is what I've been going through. My grandmother knows. My aunt knows. I've told them. But all they tell me is to keep quiet and bury it inside of me and never tell anybody. That it is my secret to carry to my grave. Let nobody ever hear of it. And I can't take it anymore. If you allow me to go back, this is what will happen. This woman was in tears. And they called me. She said, I want you to hear from your daughter. There's something I've heard that I've not had peace. When I took the phone, I was like, what's going on? She said, Mommy, I need you to come to Nigeria as soon as possible. I need you to come. She was crying. She hung up. I called back. Please, can you tell me what's going on? She said, I don't know how I will tell you this, but this is what my father has been doing to me since 2018, and I am tired. I can't take it anymore. I need justice. I need someone to fight for me. And you're the only one who can fight for me, because these people don't consider me like one of their own. They don't treat me like one of their own. And she said, I curse the day you met my father. I curse the day you gave birth to me. And I curse the day I bore the name of this family. If you don't come, it's my body that you come and bury. The shock, I can't even explain what happened. I woke up in the hospital 3 hours later. Luckily, I had a neighbor that was around. My neighbor told me that they found me in a pool of blood, out of shock, and they took me to I woke up 3 hours later. Thank God I survived that shock and pulled myself together and rushed over to Nigeria to hear from my daughter firsthand. The things, how a father would put his manhood in her mouth and tell her if she doesn't do as told, he will break her neck. He will kill her. She will beg him, I am not your girlfriend, I am not your wife. You say, you're my little wife. I'm not going inside, I'm only on the surface. He will spit on her, use tissue, wipe her and take the tissue away.
Hold the line. Let's hear from the girl. Yes, my daughter. You go open mouth, talk clearly. You're going to talk clearly for the whole world to hear your own version of the story. And I want you to know that God in heaven is watching and listening. Promise me you will never lie in the course of this our conversation.
I promise never to lie.
You promise?
Yes, sir.
So tell me the story. Take your time.
Okay. In December 2018, during this period, my father called me into his room in Jalingo, my grandmother's house, that I should come and pick a hairstyle I would like to make for Christmas. I went there not thinking of anything because he's my father. I entered the room, he shut the door behind me. My mind didn't go anywhere. because I won't think of such a thing. I sat on the bed, we finished checking his phone for the pictures, and I've picked the hairstyle that I would like to make. When we finished, not for him to start touching me in an unfatherly manner.
Where and where?
My breast, my bum, just touching me, trying to naked me, trying to remove my clothes. And I rejected him. I said, what is this? He told me that I should keep quiet, I should be still, I should be calm. If I reject him or I resist him, he is going to harm me. I should better remain calm and allow him to do what he wants to do with me, and I will leave and nobody will know about this. In the course of it, he told me that if anybody should hear about this thing that just happened now, he's going to kill me. He will kill me and nobody will have anything to ask him how it happened or what happened. He finished and I left. I left crying. It didn't mean anything to him. Christmas period. It went on. It was not like that day only. After that day, it became a continuous process. It is like an everyday thing, except I am on my period because I am in a boarding school. I go to school, I can't concentrate. I'm always thinking. I come back home, it's a continuous process. He doesn't allow me to rest except I'm on my period. Sometimes I even have to lie. And if I lie and he finds out that I'm not on my period, is another case. This has been going on 2018, 2019. He was planning his wedding last year. I was happy. I thought everything would just end there because I wanted to forget about everything and move on with my life as a 16-year-old girl. He was planning for his wedding. How he normally does is that he starts scolding me because he's very harsh. He is harsh physically. He beats me living with scars on my body. I opened the Facebook account to reach my mom because I call my mom, everybody is there. There's nothing I can tell her. I opened the Facebook account to reach her. When he found out about that Facebook account, he beat me mercilessly with a barbed wire. Scars all over my body, my hands, everywhere. I was bleeding on my body. I couldn't reach her.
What of the relations in the compound? Didn't they talk to him?
Everybody knows he's harsh, and they don't care. My grandmother doesn't care.
That's his mother.
Yes. When he's beating me, she'll tell him that he should take me and go and beat me outside. I should not die in her compound. She doesn't stop him. It's not her business. I was diagnosed with an ovarian cyst. I started having pains on my side, my right side. I complained to them. They said it was all pretense. And they said, okay, they'll take me to the hospital. At the hospital, the doctor was asking me that, have I ever had sex? I couldn't say yes. I told him, no, I've never. Well, he said, okay, we should go and do a scan. When we're going to do the scan, my father said that if they scan me and they don't find anything in me, he's going to kill me for making him waste his money to bring me to the hospital. We did the scan. On the paper, they wrote, very urgent. I needed surgery for it to be removed. My father said he doesn't care. He will not waste 1 kobo of his for them to go and do a surgery on me. It's not his business. If he ruptures in me, it's my problem. If I die, he doesn't have anything to lose. He's a man, he can have other children. It's me and my mother that have to lose. Okay. Like I said, how he does is that he starts scolding me in the compound, scolding me. I am stubborn, I am this, I am that. He now he wants to call me to continue scolding me in his room and give me advice. When he goes, he does what he wants to do. When he's done, he'll ask me to stay there. I will not leave his room until he asks me to leave. I'm there, he'll pick a phone and call the wife to be, and we'll be planning for their wedding. When he's done, he'll say, the wife is getting married to is the senior wife, while me, I'm the junior wife. He compares my body to my mother's body. He says I have like my mother. My husband will enjoy me. Would I allow him enjoy me before my husband enjoys me? I told him that I'm not your girlfriend and I'm also not your wife. This kind of thing should not be happening. He said, I should not worry. He's only on the surface. He's not going inside. I am still intact. I said, but there are many girls out there. Why do you want me? He said, no, because I am still fresh and supple. That's why he wants me. He got married last year, June. But it didn't end.
He continued.
He continued.
Where was the wife?
They moved out of my grandmother's house to their own house. So he comes to the house, my grandmother's house, and does what and sleeps with me.
Have you ever, who have you reported this matter to, and what were their responses?
This year in August, because my grandmother is aware. She's aware from when it started. She was aware of it.
You told her?
I didn't tell her, but she was aware. She was aware, but I didn't tell her. But I knew she was aware, and she knows she's aware. Yes.
Then who again?
This year in August, I got frustrated because 2018, 2019, 2020, I was frustrated. I don't concentrate in school. I'm always thinking, I'm always lost because of what this man has done to me. I was depressed. I said, if this man is telling me to keep such a thing inside of me, I know that I would die one day. This thing won't me, so it's better I end my life myself, because if you me, it's going to pain me. I took sniper this year August because this year when school closed for COVID-19, I respect his wife so much, so he called me that his wife would like to see me in their house for me to help her do some things in the kitchen. I went there for me not to find his wife. They had issues, they got separated, his wife had left. I never knew, but he lied to me that his wife wants to see me. So I went there in the morning. Throughout the whole day, this man slept with me throughout the whole day. I could not walk, I could not sit. It was so painful. It was so painful.
Throughout the day?
Throughout the day. He starts, he will eat, he come. Just throughout the day.
He will start, stop, go and eat, come back?
Yes. So throughout the day, when he's done, he doesn't spill in me. He puts it on my tummy, wipes it with a tissue, and takes it away. I don't know what he does with it. He takes it away. So I was frustrated, and this COVID-19 lockdown is very long. It's very long. Other times I used to go to school and come back, but this one was very long. How many months was I at home? How many months was I at home? I was frustrated. I said, I know I would die, so let me just make myself, let me leave this world, because there's nothing. I have no peace. Let me just die and leave this world. I drank sniper to end my life. When I took it, he told me that I want to come here for who? Since I want to die, he will help me end my life even before I die. So he was struggling me. I didn't struggle because I was ready to die at that time. He saw that I was not struggling. He now left me. When he left me, he told me that I should leave this compound and go and die outside. I will not die in his mother's compound. I was at the gate. I was very weak. I was on the floor. My grandmother was watching me. All of them were watching me to die with it, so that nobody will ever know about it.
Hold the line. You just hold on.